Because we are, as all of you know, trying to do something different, something better, something that is suitable to the demands of the late 20th century, something that is suitable to the horrible conditions, and some nice conditions too, that beset our world and our society. We're trying to answer the demands of young people for relevant, meaningful, involving kind of curriculum, which will prepare themselves, yes, vocationally, but also prepare themselves very much for useful social roles to change this world in a way which the generation for which I suppose, I don't know as I can speak for it, but at least I represent, that this generation perhaps hasn't done quite as well as we had hoped we could do 20 or 40 years ago. And let me simply just say that we're a different university from most universities. We're a different university from over 90% of the universities in the country because of the fact that we do have an academic plan that is specific in orientation. We have an academic plan that is something other than a collection of approvals. We have an academic plan with a philosophy of ecology, of the man-environment relationship, and we have to put that plan into effect in as meaningful a way as we can do. This overall thrust of our plan, I think we can say probably we are just about the only university in the state of Wisconsin, private or public, with such a specific kind of academic objective.
What can we do to serve humanity? We can teach what it is to be humane. Mm-hmm. Hey, man is the measure of all things. What better thing can you say about that than that?
This was the 60s, too.
Yeah, and
the context for setting up a university at that time was hard to recapture now.
Oh, absolutely.
But there was kind of general expectation of change going on.
Absolutely.
The old ways are going to be abandoned.
Right, the old ways are going to be abandoned, and we're going to march on to a newer, brighter day, and we're all going to change things, and politics is going to be different, and
and that really made the initial planning for UWGB possible.
Right. Yeah.
It wouldn't have happened otherwise.
Right. I don't think it would. I don't think it would. I think we're part of the revolutionary ferment. Although some of us were more eager about it than others. Yeah. And I don't think it really, well, it's okay. But I mean, now, today, you talk to younger faculty about it, they think you're nuts. Why did you bother with that stuff?
The other thing I just really, really remember was the close relationship that we had with the faculty. I mean, things like the environmental science faculty would have a big trout boil and invite like everyone, all the majors. They were just I don't know how they pulled that off or paid for it or anything, but somehow we did that. And you would hang around with faculty in the lunchroom, and you could stop by anybody's office almost any time. It was just I guess I felt closer to faculty than I sense our students now feel to their faculty. Mm-hmm. And that may not be true. I'm sure there are sort of still pockets of that, but it was permeated the place at the time.
You know, being in higher education is really a very emotional as well as an intellectual experience, I think. In education, we have in our hands, given to us in trust, the lives of young people, and to enable them to make a nobler contribution to this world, to make it a better place in which to live. And I find much that's emotional in that experience as well as intellectual.
The ecology focus was really important to me. And I was thinking that problem-solving thing. At that time, there was a lot of work going on with ecology in the Bay of Green Bay and things like that. And you had this sense that it wasn't just in the abstract, but there were these, at the time, that still are, real urgent ecological, environmental problems. And here's a place that was actually doing something about them. Another thing that just struck me as I was thinking back in those days is how diverse geographically diverse the people I connected with were. Literally, in the one building where most of my friends lived, there were people from Massachusetts, New York City, Cleveland, Michigan, Ghana, California. I mean, and I don't, Oklahoma. I don't think that it was just like the out-of-state students were kind of living in one place. The place really did appeal to Alaska, to people from a very broad geographic area. I mean, this place really did pull people in from all over.
Fame and fortune, like a magnet, often pull you far away from home.
Away from home.
With a dream in your heart, you're never alone.
Dreams turn into dust and blow away. And there you are, without a friend. You pack your car and run away.
I've got lots of friends in San Jose.